Did you know that in 2026, over 40% of residents in some major American cities are now living below the poverty line? It's absolutely insane. You will not believe which cities have plummeted to the bottom of the livability charts this year. And the shocking reasons why. I was blown away when I saw the data, so I sent my team to dig deep, get the real numbers, and find out what it's actually like to live there right now. This isn't just about numbers. Safety, your money, your future. If you're even thinking about moving, you need to see this. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break down the top 10 US cities you should probably avoid in 2026. No fluff, just facts. We move fast. Crime rates, job markets, housing costs, and the real-life impact on people. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Stockton, California. You might think California is all sunshine and opportunity, but in Stockton, the reality is brutally different. In 2026, an insane affordability crisis is colliding with staggering homelessness. Imagine paying California prices for everything, but without the high-paying jobs to support it. Thousands are trapped, working, yet housing insecure. The homelessness rate per capita is among the highest, and getting worse. Key industries downsized or moved. The job market has stalled. High housing costs plus stagnant wages push families into instability. People with full-time jobs living in cars. It's a breakdown of the basic promise. Pilot programs help, but it's a bucket against an ocean. That's why Stockton is number 10. At number 8. Flint, Michigan, a name synonymous with crisis. Over a decade later, the public health catastrophe still shapes daily life. Lifelong learning and health issues are the tragic legacy for many children. Trust is shattered, and that affects everything. Pipes are getting replaced, but the damage is done. Flight decimated the tax base. Less money for schools, police, and roads. Jobs evaporated. Unemployment remains high. Poverty deepened. Low property values mean weak city revenue and underfunded schools. A single disaster rippled into an ecosystem of problems. Number 7 focuses on Chicago's south and west sides, a tale of two cities. Decades of disinvestment bred violence and economic deserts. Parents weigh safety on every errand. Services are scarce. Housing still costly for substandard conditions. At number 6. New Orleans, culture-rich, but struggling. The recovery is uneven, haves and have-nots. Crumbling systems mean flooding even in moderate rain. Investment stalls when neighborhoods flood on a thunderstorm. Severe crime amid police staffing shortages worsens fear and response times. Low-wage hospitality plus high insurance costs trap families in poverty. A feedback loop of decline keeps the city on edge. Cracking the top 5 is Memphis, Tennessee. The soul is undeniable, but poverty and crime are intertwined. Nearly 1 in 4 below the poverty line, with violent and property crime among the highest. Underfunded schools and healthcare strain families and futures. Until opportunity grows, symptoms, crime, poor health, failing schools, will persist. At number 4. Baltimore, brilliant and broken, side by side. Fiscal stress and cuts are colliding with entrenched crime and failing infrastructure. Crime feels relentless. Neighbors hire private patrols. Millions of gallons lost daily. Bills up. Taps dry. Visible decline in services erodes trust. Tens of thousands of empties depress values and attract crime. Crime, infrastructure, and fiscal woes make life tough right now. Number 3 is Cleveland, Ohio. Once an industrial titan, now stuck in an economic freeze. Manufacturing losses not replaced by tech and healthcare. Wages lag, costs don't. Full-time work still isn't enough for many. Severe public health indicators, concentrated in poorest neighborhoods. Number 2, St. Louis, Missouri, divided and dangerous. Among the highest murder rates for a city its size, year after year, violence drives a mass exodus. Families and the middle class flee. 60% population loss since 1950 left vast vacant tracts. A tipping point. Fewer residents means weaker services. A downward spiral. Schools close, streetlights dim, roads crumble. Still, neighbors fight back, gardens, cleanups, mentorships. But the systemic decay keeps St. Louis at number 2. Number 1. Detroit, Michigan, the epicenter of urban decay. A small core is rebounding. Most neighborhoods are not. Extreme poverty, high crime, and failing services overwhelm the comeback narrative. A massive city, now with a fraction of its former population. Basic services, lights, response, collection, often unreliable. Response times can be shockingly long. People feel abandoned. Yet Detroit leads in urban farming, resilience in action,